real shirts, fake shirts. One's $150, the other one is $20. What is the real difference between them? Is the quality the same? Is it made in the same factory? Do they look the same? Is there really any difference between them? Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're gonna find out today. Because I have two Argentina 2024 home kits. One is real, one is fake. Can you tell which one's the real one, which one's the fake one? Let's give it a few minutes and see if you can figure it out. I have shirt A over here and shirt B over here. So let's go ahead and take a look and see if you can notice any differences. Let's go. All right, so if you guessed that shirt B is the real one, you are correct. Shirt B is the real one, shirt A is the fake one. So what are the differences between these two? Well, from the naked eye, especially on camera, you probably won't be able to tell much, honestly. But once you get up close, you start to notice a little bit of difference, but it's just a little bit, which is kind of good, maybe, or scary, I don't know. I don't think it's a good thing in particular, but let's just get into it and see. So we're gonna be looking at the front of the shirt real quick. And I wanna draw attention to the badge, because if you watch my Argentina home kit review, I said that I had an issue with the badge because they used like what looked like cheap materials. But basically they use the same materials that they use for like a naming number. So it's like a heat press vinyl material. And I said that by using those materials, it made it look like it was fake. So let's compare the real one with the fake one and see how similar or different they are. So right here we have the real one, and if you look closely, as you can see, it's like I said, it's that heat transfer vinyl material. It does have some detail on the badge right there. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it almost looks like it's like a grip type of material right there. But it's very smooth, but it has like little circles, dots. I don't think it shows really well on camera, but there's some detail in there. If you look at the World Cup badge, there's some detail in there as well. You can kind of see it there. And then when looking at the Adidas logo, there is also some detail in there as well. But again, it's kind of hard to pick up on the camera. You can kind of see it right there, like little circles there. And like I said, by using these materials, it kind of made it look like it's cheap. So let's go ahead and look now at the fake one. You may notice this one's actually a lot shinier when hitting the sunlight. If you look closely, it does have that same detail over there in here as well, but I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up. The World Cup badge right here, I'm trying to see if I can get a grip on it. You can see it has that same detail in there as well. And then the Adidas logo, same thing, has that little detail in there as well. So when looking at the badge itself, they actually look very, very similar, with the fake one being a little bit shinier, which I think is a nice touch, honestly. Makes it look like it's more legit compared to the original one. You look at the original one, it does have that little shine in there, but it's not as bright as this one over here. But is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not too sure. But do they look almost identical? Honestly, they do. They do. When looking at the number, here we have the real one. The number 10 is right there. Really nice little gold trim around the number 10. Looking at the fake one, pretty much same thing right there. I would say I think the gold and the real one might be a little bit more vibrant than this one, but it's something that you can barely tell, especially from far away. Looking at the side stripes over here on the sleeve, like the little 3 stripes right there. The one thing I will say about this is that you can't really tell so much in the camera, but in the naked eye, it's a little bit more visible. The stripes on the original one, the real one, is slightly more vibrant than this one. This one here with the fake one is a little bit more dull. And as you can see also, this one shines a lot brighter than the fake one. So this one here is where the real one really comes in strong with the 3 stripes over here. But again, it's something that you can't really tell too much on camera, but you can definitely tell at the naked eye. Now, still looking at the front, with the real one, we have this little thing that I still don't really know what it is. But we have this over here on the neck. We also have it on the fake one. There are some little details about this that kind of gives it away that it's a fake one for this one over here, but I'll talk about that once I get to the back side of the jersey. The next thing will be the Authentic Licensed Products patch right over here. As you can see, this one is like that nice material, like almost looks like a 3D kind of patch right there. It looks really nice, very like sturdy. It's in there, really nice. And then we look at the fake one, swap it over here. And it's kind of the same. It looks exactly the same on camera, right? The only thing I will say is that when you touch it, it just feels weak, like it could just break off. Like it doesn't feel as strong and sturdy as the real one. So it looks identical, but the feel is completely different for this one right here. And then just kind of looking at the structure, the design, and the way everything is cut on the real one versus the fake one from the front, it pretty much looks identical, honestly. The fake one even has these little like line designs over here that you also see in the real one. So they did a good job really trying to make this look as close to the original as possible. But now let's go ahead and look at the back side of this. And we're going to start with the real one, and we're going to look at the patch that's over here. So when looking at the back patch over here, let it focus a little bit, you can see it's a nice little gold, and it has like the design of the sun right there. This is like almost like it would be like a leather patch. And then when you look at the fake one, as you can see, it's a lot darker, more dull. You can see the detail in the sun. The detail in the sun is actually a lot more visible on this one, but it's dark, it feels cheap, and it also looks cheap. It may not look cheap here on camera, but when you look at it in person, it looks cheap, like really, really cheap. And then one thing I want to point out while we're looking back here, if you look at the real one, you see the stitching over here? If you look really close, it has like almost like a navy, not a navy blue, a sky blue little stitch thing going on here. It's nice and even going all around across. But then when you look at the fake one, it doesn't have that little blue stitching right there. And also if you look at the way it got stitched, it's kind of crooked. It's not very even right here. And that's what I was trying to talk about when I was talking about here, because when you look even here, you can kind of tell that it's not very straight. It's like very uneven and doesn't look very nice. So that's kind of that's like a little bit of a giveaway of like improper stitching, which makes this look, fake, which it is fake. So, but let's look at the name set now. But now let's look at the name set for the real one. So we have Messi over here. We have the number 10. It has all the little dot designs here on the 1 and the 0. It has over here a very glossy Argentina badge there. It's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see it right there. It's also here on the number 1. So there's the real one. Now let's look at the fake one. And so then looking at the fake one over here, you still see the Messi, you still see the little dots and design, the little dot designs and the number. You still see the little Argentina badge reflective right there, kind of, sort of. It's also on the number 1. So when comparing the name set, honestly, there's not really much of a difference here. They look pretty identical. So, they did a pretty good job with that one right there. And then when looking at the whole shirt in general overall, they pretty much look the same. And so As you can see, there isn't, as far as looks go, there isn't a whole lot of difference between the real one and the fake one. But let's talk about quality now, and I'm gonna set these down so I can talk about the quality. The quality of the fake shirt is a whole different story. Yes, they look almost identical. Like if you're wearing it in the street and you're going to a game and someone sees you wearing that jersey, that fake jersey, they're probably not gonna tell that it's fake. So for being a $20 fake jersey, it definitely does the job of making it look like the original one. Which, I guess, this is kind of my thing where like I said in my Argentina kit review that the materials that they used for the authentic kit made it look like it was fake because of how cheap they were. So recreating that is not hard because it already looks fake to begin with. So it wasn't hard to recreate that. So to me, it makes sense why the fake one looks just like the real one. So, I mean, and that's Adidas' fault. They decided to downgrade their materials and the things that they use to make the badges, and now it looks fake, and now it makes it easier for other companies to fake that jersey. So good job, Adidas, I guess. But the one thing I will say is that the quality is not there though. I showed you the issues with the stitching of that jersey. It's not very well done. The Argentina badge, the Adidas logo, the World Cup patch, as you know, it's that heat press vinyl material that's on there. But the ones that they use for the fake jersey, although it's in there and it looks nice, you can also tell that if you wash it like once or twice, that's gonna come right off. It's not gonna stay there. I'm pretty sure the same thing is gonna happen with the name set that's on there. And maybe that's something that I can test at a later video where I put that in the washing machine and see how many loads it takes for it to get ruined. Maybe, we'll see, I don't know. But the overall point is that the quality is not there. It's not the same as the original shirt. We don't even know if they're made in the same factories. We got no evidence of that. I'm gonna say most likely no, because they're not the same. They don't feel the same. But I have to admit, it looks just like the real thing. I'm not saying that you should now stop buying the real thing and get the fake ones. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying, in particular to Adidas, is that you need to step it up and make some changes, because you just made it a lot easier for these companies to make a fake one and look just like the real thing because of the dip in quality that you made these new jerseys with. So a lot of people are gonna opt out for fake ones now, and I can advise you all to stay away from fakes and get the real thing, but at the end of the day, you guys are gonna do what you gotta do. And by all means, go for it, do what you gotta do. I'm not, criticizing anyone that buys fakes. Obviously, I buy fakes too. That right there, that's a fake. Why did I get it? I just want to see what it looked like, and it's nice decoration. There's a good use for fakes, but what I don't like is when people try to say that just buy the fake, they're the exact same thing, the quality is exactly the same. It's not. It's not the same. Get that out of your head. Fake shirts are not the same quality as the real thing. Fake shirts are not as durable as the real thing. Fake shirts are fake shirts. You get what you pay for. It might look like the real deal, but when you get that in your hand, you're gonna know right away, this is fake. It even smells like straight up plastic when you get it out of the bag. Like, it smells fake on top of that. So obviously, again, do what you gotta do. If you need to buy some fakes for whatever reason, money is tight, you don't wanna buy the real thing for your 9-year-old kid that's gonna grow out of it in 6 months, by all means, get the fake thing. I'm not trying to discourage you to stop buying fakes or anything like that. I'm just making a comparison. I prefer the real thing. I'm a shirt collector, so for me, buying the real thing is what I collect. The overall moral of the story here is Adidas, do better. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the real one and the fake one. Let me know what you think about in general about the topic about buying fake shirts. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. And also, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. That way you don't miss out on future content. We do giveaways for every 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to be a part of that and want to get some free stuff, subscribe. Hit the bell notification. That way when stuff gets announced, you'll be in the know. But all right, everyone, hope you have a great day, week, month, year, and I'll catch you next video. Take care.